Hello viewers, this is Andres Lazo 8 and today I'm going to show you an Alatreon hunt with a friend I found online. Uh, he recognized me from one of my videos, and well, we decided to do an Alatreon run to show off how to fight an Alatreon with hammers. Okay, and now we just started. So uh, if you have high-grade earplugs and this hammer in particular, maybe coupled with sharpness +1, you'll be able to knock him out in the first two super pounds. And okay, Xavier really surprised me when I when I found him online. He's well, he's just as good or maybe better than me hammering Alatreon. I know his record for killing an Alatreon is solo is 5 minutes faster than mine. But anyway, when the Alatreon is down, I usually try to get off two super pounds and maybe one last hit, just whatever, any hit, it doesn't matter. But if you know the timings, you can do two triple pounds to its head. Although I haven't got the timing right yet. Also, if you have focus as an armor skill, you can actually do three super pounds to the head when he's done. And well, your success when hammering a monster such as Alatreon isn't as much as dependent on how good you are at using a hammer against him, but how many times he leaves his head vulnerable for a hammering. Okay, and now we're going to fail trying to stop him. Yeah, trying to stop his charge. I mean, I've done it before, and I'm sure Xavier has done it before too. But well, I guess we just failed that time. No, I tried to do it all day in the previous Alatreon runs, but we never did it. We couldn't do it. But anyway, the trick here is to try to focus on its head. No, the damage you'll be doing in its head is pretty beastly. So you shouldn't be worrying too much about hitting any other part of his body. And if you try to do that, just hit his head in the entire run, his horns should be broken by the first 6 to 10 minutes, if you're lucky. So there goes the first horn. Now if you have two good hammer users, I doubt you would need to bring any flash bombs, because the Alatreon wouldn't even be able to fly. But if you can't reach the head in sometime when you can hit it, if you can't reach the head, you are free to try and get off and use a super pound on its claw. You should try to break those eventually, just because Alatreon will fall down and you'll have the opportunity to get off one super pound. We also counted with some lag in this round. So for some reason, sometimes when we both let off a super pound at the same time, we both get launches. it was a bit strange and a bit fun too, but I don't know. Okay, now that the Alatreon is in rage mode, he doesn't give you as many opportunities to hit him with a super pound as he normally does, or he will start doing them when you're too far away to actually get off a super pound. So normally only when he's out of range, you'll get plenty of chances to hit him when he tries to shoot off a fireball. That's your best chance to hit him actually. He'll do it plenty of times, so sometimes you may be unlucky. It happens. Okay, and he will start getting greedy. You shouldn't be you shouldn't be trying to hit him so often when he's in a pool of lava because of that reason. The fire, if he tries to shoot a fireball, it will explode around his head, and that will probably hit you. After all, you're using a hammer and you're trying to stay close to the head. Again, here I was trying to get off a triple pound, at least one before the hammer, before we broke his horns, but it didn't work out. We just got the two first hits and he was stunned. So, well, I guess that was kind of successful. I'm sorry, I hit the mic there. Okay, there went his other horn. I don't know how long into the battle we are, but I doubt more than 7 minutes. Also, another thing to add, because of the lag that we suffered, that it's barely noticeable, but it does make a difference. So, like, one of us is sort of, I don't know how to say it, but we aren't doing this at the same time. Like, well, that's the reason why we do the super bound at different times, and we both get launched by it. And this is actually very hard to notice when you fight normally, but when you're fighting with a hammer, you want the hammer to hold the fight, so that lag won't be applied to the monster, and the hammer will be able to do his job easily. After all, you want the hammer to work because he'll give you a lot of opportunities to hit him with. Oh, there we go again. We launch ourselves. Instead, will give us a lot of opportunities. The other people in your group, it will give them like some seconds of time to hit the monster, and those few seconds of extra time are really valuable. After all, you want to do as much damage as possible. Alatreon is a monster with huge pool of HP. And now I want to talk a little about the Alatreon in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. Now I've seen a few videos and it looks to me like the Alatreon is a bit smaller. I don't know why it gives me that impression. And the huge full of HP that it had normally was reduced so that it was easier to solo, because in Monster Hunter portable games it's not as easy to find people to play with as it is in the Wii. So they're giving more newbie players a chance to fight. Also, they made it harder to stun him in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. And you know, 2 super pounds to the face when at the start of the battle won't stun him like we did in this video in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. But they also gave us a plenty more opportunities to hit him in the head. Oh, and another thing, when he's wriggling around in the ground, instead of like moving his head a ton and not letting you hit it with a triple pound, it will stay there. Like his head won't move, so you'll be okay. Sometimes when you're fighting Alatreon, flinches aren't too good. Like you'll be hitting his head, and the first hit of the super pound will make him flinch, and you won't be able to land the actual super pound. I thought I was out of the way. So you know that thing where you spin around and do a gold swing, I didn't actually knew you could do that. I was under the impression that when he came down, that when he finished that animation it would hurt you. So I usually just super pounded his face and left the place. But I saw Xavier doing it that day, and I decided to give it a try. I guess it's pretty effective. You'll get the hits from the spinning attacks. You get them all in, and the gold swing, which is the strongest attack of the hammer. Also, you shouldn't do what I'm doing, fighting with how you call it, white sharpness. You should try to have your sharpness as high as possible all the time. You know, I think I didn't actually realize my sharpness was that low, and I just kept wailing on him. I don't think I actually sharpened until my sharpness is at full. You know, this sometimes happens. You know, you either miss the correct timing to do the super pound, or you try to hurry and you end up not getting a super pound at all in the second one. Now it's me trying strange things again, and luckily I made it out without getting hit. there goes some messages from Capcom. No, I, I'm bored of those messages. They appear in like every single online game I ever played, and they really remind me of that addendum to some commercials that say side effects include darkening of stools, dementia, stuttering, and stuff like that. I really don't like them. I guess sure you get like this little disclaimer for those people who hate video games and try to put safety messages on them in the court, or ban them, or have them be only for adults and all that stuff. I'm bored of those guys. What are they thinking? But whatever. That doesn't really have to do with this video. Now I should have brought some Dragonfall berries, but I was lazy and I don't think I had any in my box. And I really don't like going back to offline mode to farm for seeds and stuff like that. I only go back for honey. Okay, so let's review. The chances to get off a super pound are when he throws a fireball, when he does that, he just did a few seconds ago. When he's stuck on the wall, but you won't have that opportunity for too long. When he's down in the ground, obviously. When he roars, and when he stands there shaking his head and growling at you. Let's see if some other one comes to mind. No, I think that's it. Anyway, those are your chances to hit him in the head. Returned said that I wasn't paying attention there, and I just ran into the tail. Oh, there's another chance, but you have to be quick on your feet, and if you're too far away from it, you're unlikely to. If you're too far away from that, you're unlikely to be able to. 26. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Well, if you're too far away from him when he lowers his head after a charge, you are not likely to hit him. Okay, now I'm getting launched all over the place by Xavier. I mean, I don't blame him. We're both hammers and we're both going for the head. But it gets annoying. No, you have to admit when it's... You have to admit when it's your fault you're getting launched. It's a hammer's job to be doing those attacks near the head to stun them also. Anyway, that was the Alatreon run, and I'm going to review that nifty death animation. And well, that was it. See you guys later. Now, let's do some gestures. Come on, Xavier, say hi to the camera. Of course, in the end, it's my show. See you guys later.